Hello, this is Bakumunada, basically responding to the posts on All Things Terrans about people struggling with the Protoss matchup. So I'm High Masters on EU, and this guy's GM, I think he's low GM on the EU. So if it works on him, it's a good amount. So basically your first SCV is going to be moved across the map, and then your first rallied SCV is going to build a depot, and then you're going to proxy a Rax to begin with. I like to do proxy Reaper, especially on maps like this against Protoss, because I think if you build a Reaper here, it doesn't really get much information or do that much, to be honest. Next, you want to build your two gases. With your first Rax placement, you want to put it somewhere here where there's sort of parts blocking, so you can get sort of like if he scouts you, he will harass you. So if your SUV gets lucky and goes there, he can't stop you from building that. Okay, his probe scout sees that I'm proxying, and he's kind of worried of two things. It's either going to be the proxy Reaper Ghost build or just proxy Reaper Defensive Cyclone. And I'm going for the proxy Reaper Defensive Cyclone build. With this SUV, after finishing the racks, you want to check if he's got an expansion up. I see nothing, so I'm just going to build a depot here. Kind of moves a bit weird. He sees this happening, probably to build an expansion, but then he just goes back in. I'm not sure why. Right, let's have a look at his view. So he's going to gas, and I haven't seen his expansion, so I'm just going to start harassing his gas lines, as I think this is all in. And back at home, I'm building my defensive cyclone. When harassing, you should watch these pylons, as once Mothership Core comes out, yeah, the Reaper kind of just instantly dies, so should have watched for that. But his base positioning or pylon placement is pretty good. So the second Reaper fails miserably, and I see this Mothership Core. I'm just going to leave this here because I don't want him doing anything, but I see the Mothership Core going out, so I'm just like, oh, I need to get my cyclone straight away, and I cancel this Reaper. I think 2 Reapers is a good number to have. And with that SUV, I'm just building map control by building depots everywhere. Since Protoss have the least units in the game, it's always nice to just build things around in the map because they're less likely to stop you. So Cyclone is coming out, and then the starport. I still haven't seen a base, so I need to be pretty defensive, and I'm going to build a happy base, which is really nice, especially versus all-in builds, because well, you start mining and most of his focus will be here and here, so he can't really, like I said, this number of units, so this chance he'll find something like this. And I'm just going to go into tanks and banshees to defend and start adding in more racks. Since he hasn't seen another expansion, which is kind of a mistake in his behalf, he doesn't know about this proxy. That's basically the opener. From here, since you have a secret base, you can just macro, and this Rax is going to check this. I see the expansion is here, and with this first Banshee, since you've got Cloak, you'll basically force him to build observers everywhere and cannons, which makes it hard for him to all in. So I'll just speed up. I also did a TY build here. As soon as you see something, you should pull your SCV straight away. I'm going to do the TY racks, which is basically blocking the mineral lines to lower the efficiency. And you can also build marines as well. Still haven't scouted this, which is kind of silly, but I do know something's here, but I can't really push out yet. I can only really sit and defend. With this Banshee, you want to keep these alive because they add that pinning factor, because if that dies, you'll need less observers to cover his bases, basically. So just keep the Banshees about so that he has to build a lot of observers. And then back at home, you get your stim as your next 100 gas, and just keep your Raxes naked and just basically build like you're going for 1-1-1 all in, and you'll be pretty safe versus anything Protoss can throw at you. Once I have enough units, I decide to go out. The Cyclone is for the Oracles and the Raven is for DTs, just to be safe against them. And then you can just start to go on your medevacs. Unfortunately, I lost my Raven there, which was a bit careless, and I didn't really even put auto turrets or anything. Keep your tanks alive, of course, it's always nice macro. And since space has already paid for itself, as Happy would say, you just wait and build up a big army and kill him. So I'll just speed that up even more, as with the bases I like to keep my Roxes naked until I get 1-1 upgrades, and then I start the add-ons. I think I kind of think it's smoother this way, and you can sort of add tech units as well. But once I feel safe enough and my army is big enough, I decide to start pushing. And like most good players that have units in front of your base, he's set an ambush basically, so that basically DTs in my main. So once I clear this, the first thing you should do in a harass is move your SCVs, because that basically minimizes the casualties the most. And then just come in, even though
base is under attack.
It kind of evens it out, but it doesn't matter because I've had this base for so long that more or less wins me the game. And then after that, I just build some turrets and
Upgrade complete.
stop him being pesky. I use a scan here because, as all Terrans know, the scan is kind of like everybody freeze, as they don't want to look into it. Kills my Raven again, but since I have like so many bases and I don't need Neos anymore, I can just keep them all for scans. Just kill the pylons, kill the bases, and flush them down, and that's game. I'll post up the replay on that website, not sure what it's called, but I actually haven't done a video like this in about 5 months, but that's because everyone's got sort of better builds than me, I guess, and you can watch GSL and do all those build of the weeks and things like that. But if anyone wants to play this style, you're more than welcome. I think it's quite aggressive, and it allows you, like with the proxy reapers and the proxy racks floating about, it's pretty easy to see what your Protoss opponent is doing and just build and counter what he's doing, and especially on maps like this. And tanks are very good versus mass adept plays, so it's a nice style. I do like it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe.